My name is Shrijit Mukherjee. I'm a technology manager, and my role is to lead a team of technologists and tax accountants, and we provide services to our client that is related to getting tax incentives. So mental health includes emotional, psychological, and social well-being. I think mental health impacts how you make choices, relate to other people, handle stress. It's obviously much more than your life at work. It's much broader than who we see in a person at work. I think the good analogy would be the climate of the era. So the climate of the era around mental health perception, to my mind, has changed quite dramatically. I think if we experience somebody at workplace with issues in mental health, we are far more inclined to listen out and empathize than to draw a judgment. So I think that's a positive step in the right direction. I still think there is a long way to go. I think it's really important that the management buys into this issue. I think it makes a huge difference if somebody who is very senior in a company has a strong opinion about how to address mental health issues. Depending on the size of the companies, I think things that seem to work for me are where you have sessions, either forums where you have senior members of your company talking about this issue and emphasizing the importance of the impact of mental health on the general well-being of their staff. It can also be something, if the company wants to do, is to invite along some trained psychiatrists to give general talks, for example, giving some real life examples around things that we may generally overlook, thinking it's not important, for example, but it has an impact on how we deal with a situation and how it can make us feel when we are at home, not working, for example. So all of that kind of forums will encourage people to think more positively about any issues that they might be facing, and will give them more confidence about discussing them at somebody who they trust at workplace. So I think that the key thing there is to be more empathetic and the willingness to listen. I think if the key thing here is to win the trust of that colleague, because somebody who seems to have a mental health issue is also vulnerable at the same time. So how you can get them to open up is quite key, because the worst thing would be somebody who's having mental health issues, they don't feel comfortable opening up to any colleague, and from that I mean not just somebody who is their manager or someone like that. It could be their colleague, it could be their peer, and I think it is important for the companies to inculcate that culture where the peer group can feel empowered to bring that kind of issue to the right forum without feeling the fear that it would impact their peers' professional career prospects. So that's really the key. I think how you win trust with somebody who has that problem, mental issue, and listen and be empathetic.